Welcome back to Worth Coin, the channel where your pocket change could turn into a life-changing fortune. Today, we're diving into the most ultra-rare steel wheat pennies ever minted, coins so valuable they could put a brand new house in your hands. These three elusive coins have sold for prices that will absolutely blow your mind. So grab your old coin jars and get ready, because you might just discover a steel wheat penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars hiding in plain sight. Before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next rare coin that could change your life. First up, our first coin today is the 1943 steel wheat penny. And let me tell you, this coin isn't just rare, it's a piece of American history that could be worth a fortune if you have the right one. Picture this, it's 1943, World War II is raging, and the US Mint needed copper for ammunition. So, for the first and only year in history, they switched the penny's metal from copper to steel coated with zinc. This emergency decision created one of the most iconic and sought-after coins ever made by the United States Mint. And right now, you're looking at a 1943 steel wheat penny in fine condition, which already sets it apart from the millions that got worn down in circulation. What makes this coin truly exciting is how easy it is to mistake an ordinary one for a hidden gem worth life-changing money. See, while most 1943 steel cents are common in average grades, the value spikes dramatically when you find one with sharp details, original luster, and minimal rust or pitting, all signs of a well-preserved coin. In fine condition like this one, you're already looking at a value around $30 to $100. But that's not the end of the story, because here's where it gets shocking. If you happen to discover a 1943 steel penny with a dramatic mint error, like a double die, off-center strike, or a rare planchet mistake, the value can explode into the six figures. We're talking auction prices of $125,000 or more for a spectacular error coin that collectors dream about. Just imagine finding a penny in your old change jar that could buy you a brand new car, or even pay off your mortgage. And here's the real kicker. In a few confirmed cases, some 1943 steel wheat pennies have sold for over $300,000 when they were in nearly perfect and circulated condition, with no rust, a sharp strike, and full mint luster. These coins are so rare and desirable because steel pennies rust easily. Most were stored in humid conditions, leading to dark spots and corrosion. But coins that survived untouched, sealed in old collections or forgotten safety deposit boxes, have shocked collectors and set record prices that leave jaws on the floor. So, how do you identify a potentially valuable 1943 steel wheat penny? First, grab a magnet steel cent stick. While 1943 copper cents, the famous error coins, don't. Then look at the surfaces. A coin with shiny gray color, clean fields, no rust or heavy scratches, and full wheat stalk details on the reverse, has the best chance of being a high-value piece. Also, check for doubling on the date or letters with the magnifying glass. A doubled die is a holy grail error. Remember, any error or pristine condition can send values skyrocketing. What makes the 1943 steel wheat penny so valuable? It's not just the rarity of the year, but the historical story of wartime metal shortages, the unique one-year-only composition, and the fragile nature of the steel itself. Most coins from 1943 look beat up today, so the few survivors in great shape stand out like shining stars. Collectors are willing to pay shocking sums to own a pristine piece of World War II history. Next up, we have another steel wheat penny. You won't believe, so don't go anywhere. And if you're enjoying this video so far, smash that subscribe button right now so you never miss the next coin that could change your life forever. Next up, moving on, our next treasure is the 1943 steel wheat penny. And this one's a true roller coaster of a story. Picture it, the Denver Mint, 1943, where millions of steel cents were struck for wartime use. But the coins coming out of Denver have their own unique quirks. Unlike their Philadelphia or San Francisco cousins, Denver's steel cents often show weaker strikes, and finding a well-struck example is a huge challenge. And right here, we have a 1943 steel wheat penny in bad condition, but don't let that fool you into tossing it aside. Even a beat-up 1943D can pack surprises that leave collectors gasping. Most circulated 1943D steel pennies in bad condition, like this one, with heavy rust, scratches, or corrosion eating into the details, are only worth around 10 to 50 cents. Yes, really. But here's where things get shocking. A small percentage of these coins, even in rough shape, can have dramatic mint errors or rare die varieties that launch their value into the stratosphere. For instance, if your 1943D has a boldly doubled D mint mark, a repunched mint mark RPM, or a major off-center strike, collectors have paid $10,000 to $125,000 for these error coins even when they're far from perfect. The history behind the 1943D steel wheat penny is just as fascinating as its potential value. With copper desperately needed for bullets and shell casings in World War II, the Denver Mint switched to low-grade steel blanks plated in zinc. But the steel planchets were notoriously difficult to strike well, and the mint workers struggled to produce coins with sharp details. This led to countless weakly struck coins and a handful of oddities that now sell for small fortunes. One famous error from the Denver Mint is the 1943D repunched mint mark, where the D was punched twice in slightly different positions. Even in bad condition, this RPM variety can command 4- or 5-figure prices at auction. So before you throw away that rusty, pitted steel cent, pull out a magnifying glass and look closely at the mint mark. You could be sitting on a hidden jackpot. What makes the 1943D steel penny valuable? The one-year-only steel composition, the intense wartime history, and the rare errors produced at the Denver Mint. The Denver coins are especially coveted because they tend to show unique die varieties, and collectors love the challenge of hunting down every possible combination. Even though most bad condition coins are almost worthless, finding one rare error turns it into a piece of metal worth more than a luxury vacation. How do you identify a potentially valuable 1943D steel wheat penny? Start with a magnet, steel, cent stick. Next, study the mint mark area. Denver coins have the D just below the date. Look for anything unusual, doubling, tilting, repunching, or shifting. Finally, if you see a major off-center strike or other obvious mint mistake, get that coin checked by a professional. You might be holding a steel penny worth more than a sports car. And don't think bad condition means hopeless. Even rusty coins have shocked collectors at auctions with sky-high hammer prices when they feature rare errors. So keep your eyes peeled. Next up, now for the final coin in today's jaw-dropping lineup. The 1943S steel wheat penny, a coin that takes everything you thought you knew about pennies and flips it on its head. Picture San Francisco in 1943. The West Coast Mint is churning out steel cents in the middle of World War II, and each 1943S steel penny is stamped with that tiny S mint mark below the date. But here's where it gets wild. Although millions were made, very few survived in pristine condition, and even fewer exist with the rare errors that collectors are desperate to find. Today, you could be holding one of these coins without even realizing it, and it might be worth more than a luxury home. The 1943S steel wheat penny is famous among collectors for its unique minting quirks. San Francisco coins were often better struck than those from Denver, but they still suffered from the same issues steel pennies faced everywhere: rust, weak strikes, and plating problems. Most circulated 1943S steel pennies sell for $1 to $5 in average worn condition. Enough to buy you a cup of coffee, but nothing life-changing. But wait, don't turn that coin in for scrap just yet. Because if your 1943S happens to have certain rare features, its value could rocket past $450,000. And yes, that's not a typo. Let's talk about what makes a 1943S steel penny truly valuable: errors and exceptional condition. The dream coin is a 1943S steel penny in uncirculated, mint state condition with blazing original luster, sharp wheat stalks, and no rust spots. These can sell for $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the grade. But the holy grail is a 1943S steel cent with a famous error like a double die obverse, where the date or letters appear doubled under magnification. Some of these errors have crossed the auction block for over $450,000 when they combine a major doubling with near-perfect condition. That's enough to buy a house in many parts of the country from a single penny. The history of the 1943 steel wheat penny is just as captivating. To save copper for the war, San Francisco produced these zinc-coated steel coins for 1 year only. But unlike Denver, San Francisco's dies were often more carefully prepared, which makes their major errors even more desirable since they're rarer. Imagine finding a steel penny with razor-sharp details, a frosty silver shine, and a dramatic error no one else has. It's the ultimate treasure hunt. So how do you identify a potentially valuable 1943 steel wheat penny? First, check for that tiny S mint mark under the date. Without it, you're looking at Philadelphia coins. Next, use a magnet to confirm it's steel, not the ultra-rare bronze error. 1943 copper cents are worth even more. Then, look closely with a magnifier for any signs of doubling on "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or the date. Even subtle doubling can turn a regular coin into a life-changing payday. Finally, pay attention to the surfaces. Coins with bright, unblemished metal and no corrosion are far rarer and far more valuable. What makes the 1943 steel wheat penny so exciting? It's the powerful combination of wartime scarcity, the 1 year only steel composition, the chance for mind-blowing errors, and the intense collector demand that sends prices to shocking highs. While millions exist in pocket change grades, the few surviving in gem mint condition or with dramatic mistakes are the ones that can change your life overnight. So before you toss your old pennies into a coin counting machine, remember the story of the 1943 steel wheat penny, a tiny piece of steel that could buy you a dream home. And if you loved this video, hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss your chance to find the next rare coin worth a fortune.